Okay, today we're going to install a knife, top strap, and nut bar in a 7000 series machine. We've got the machine opened up, and we're just going to remove one knife and install these three pieces with new bolts. Every time we change knives, these bolts get torqued from 155 to 200 foot-pounds, so the threads stretch, so it's a good idea always to change bolts when you change out knives. Now the top straps and the nut bars, we're going to inspect them a little bit to see if they can be reused. We're going to install new ones to show you in the video, but sometimes the top straps and the bottom nut bars can be reused. So we're going to take our impact and you can see the knives or the bolts are a little bit wore out here. Okay, you're going to have a lot of debris and rust on the face of this cutter drum. So it's very clean. Very important to get this all clean. We're going to clean it even a little bit better yet. I got to pop that bottom nut bar out of there. Okay. Now let's get this thing free from rust. And all kinds of debris. Okay, we're going to install the nut bar on the bottom. And then the top strap. It's very important to put the beveled edge to the front, not like this. That'll just collect stuff. There is a defined line in it because it has a little bit of a bend on it, like a lock nut. You'll even see that on the old one. But beveled edge to the front, bend down like this. Okay, now we're ready for the knife. And what we're going to do is we're going to slide the knife in here and we're going to snug it up. And we're going to use the shear bar edge as our locator where it has to go. Obviously the knife is on a slot, so we can go like that. Based on where the other knives are located, they're about flush with the back of the top strap. So I'm going to kind of snug it there. Let that hold it there. Keeping in mind, it's always good that if you do one knife here, you do another knife directly opposite to keep the balance of the drum very true. I like to get that as close as possible. It was just rubbing a little bit. Basically, so when you rock the cutter head drum down, it moves it back just a little bit. And that is really good right there. Double check it. The important part, we have the bolts pretty snug. We're going to get the torque wrench on there, and I have the torque wrench set at 195. I always like to err to the stronger side of things. The book does state 150 to 200, so I like to do the 195 torque setting. When you're torquing the bolts, be careful you don't slip off and run into any of these knives. They're all very sharp. So after we torque the bolts, you're going to want to do a sharpening cycle and get them all trued up, and that's basically how to install a knife. I always like to do the middle one first, snap the middle one, and then do the outside. It doesn't matter which outside one you do, but snug the middle one first. And she's set. Double check, make sure you're going to clear the shear bar. Nothing moved. So that is how to set a knife. Obviously, if you're changing knives, you're going to do multiple knives. I always like to mark that those are torqued and done so that when you ever come back to it, you know that that knife is done.